Hey, my name is Phil. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an affiliate marketing funnel inside of system.io. Now, this is going to be quite fast paced, but if you stick around until the end, you'll have step-by-step instructions how to build it from start to finish. So make sure you stick around to get all the goodies. Now, just before we get started, if you haven't yet got system.io, but you're thinking about getting started, I've also got a bonus course I'm giving away for free to everyone who signs up using my referral link in the description. It's called the System Accelerator. It's got step-by-step training for every part of system. It's also got bunches of templates and things like that inside. So if you want to get that for free, just join System using the link in the description. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first of all, this is going to be what your dashboard looks like. This is my demo account, so there's nothing actually inside of it. So the first thing you want to do is come to websites at the top and click on sales funnels. Now what you want to do inside of here is go ahead and click on create at the top right, and you want to think of a name, which is basically going to be about the affiliate product that you're creating this funnel for. So what I'm going to be doing is calling this one the 5-day review challenge. Okay, and this is basically a review service using another software that I have. I want to push this challenge that they've created to potential audiences. So build an audience, right, is what we're really looking for. This is going to pre-build a landing page and a bridge page for us, or a thank you page. We're not looking to sell anything or run any webinars. We can also start from scratch if you want, but it's the same process. So go ahead and choose build an audience. If you've already connected a domain, you can actually connect it right here. If you haven't yet integrated any domains, I'll link down below to another video how you can connect domains, as well as connect your email with your custom email domain, because it's kind of confusing. So I just want to show you exactly how to do it. It doesn't take long at all. So go ahead, click on save. Right, finish this one first. You can connect your domain later too if you haven't done it. And what we're going to do is click on this 5-day review challenge. And here you can see we now have 2 steps inside of this sales funnel. We have the squeeze page and the thank you page, right? So someone comes here, they put in their name and email, they get taken to this thank you page, right? Super easy. Now, if you ever wanted to change the name of your funnel, you can do so inside of funnel settings here. Same thing, if you integrate your domain later, you can just go ahead and choose it inside here as well. So it's nice and quick and easy. So let's go ahead and get started. There is many different templates to choose from inside of here. Interestingly, they don't have a blank one. So I'm just going to choose this first one. Feel free to use anything that's already inside of here. I just like to create my own templates. I keep things extremely simple. I just found it works better. So I'm going to choose the first one, click on select, and I'm going to go ahead and load it. And it's going to take a few seconds to load, but in a few seconds it will appear. Okay, so now it looks something like this. So we have the name. What I'm going to call this is the 5-day Optin. Now this is just for your backend reference. So if you ever want to integrate it with the automations or something like that, you know exactly what the page is called. You can also change the URL path as well. I'm going to call this the 5-day challenge. Basically, once you connect your domain, it's going to be your domain / whatever this is here. So once you change it, just click off. You'll see this little green tick. Super easy. So let's go ahead and start with this first page. Come across to edit page on the right, okay? And it's just going to take a few seconds to load. All right, and it looks something like this. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to delete everything inside of this page. I keep my funnels extremely easy. This is just personal preference though. I will show you how to set everything up regardless. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and delete the next few elements. You can see once you hover over elements 2, you have different bits and pieces. All right, so this is looking good. Drag and drop your first element here. So what I'm going to do is go and drag in a row. Okay, so the section is basically the big outline. This is where you can change the backgrounds, and then all of your elements and your rows are inside of it. Next, we've got our row. This is to determine how many different bits in a row we've got inside of it. So you can have a single, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, and then after that, we have got the element. So I'm going to drop in a headline text like so. I'm actually going to change this section. If I click to the end, you can see we can change the width of the page. I'm going to just change it to, I might even take it to small. Small sounds pretty good. Okay, and now I've just got this headline text. And what I'm going to do is just drag in a few elements. So we have a rough outline first. So we've got headline, we've got text now. And then what I need if you are creating an opt-in form is obviously a form. So let's scroll down. You can see form input. I'm just going to drag it, and you can see the little dark blue line. This is showing you where you can drop it. So I'll drop it below the text. I'm going to duplicate that as well because I want to get names and emails. If you're taking anything else, like phone, for example, add in one more. If you only want emails, you can just leave one. Finally, we need to chuck in a button. So I'll drag in a little button there like so. And I might even duplicate this text and click on the little cog there to drag it down and put it below the button. Okay, and this is where I'm going to just put in, you can unsubscribe at any time. And then the last element we really need for any landing page is at the bottom of the page, you should have your brand name, you should have your terms and conditions, privacy policy, things like that. So what I'm going to do is click on section on the left, drop it down below, okay? And then I'm going to come to the row's already been added, which is cool. So I'm just going to drop in a little text block, okay? So this is basically the outline I'm going to follow inside of this training, okay? So let's start building it out. So looking at this, I might even make it extra small. I just want a nice little chunk. That looks pretty good. So let's start editing this page. So what we were really looking to do with a headline is basically call out what problems our audience is going to face. If you've got an affiliate product, obviously it solves someone's problem. So we're trying to call out what that problem is and then talk about how basically this product that we're about to share with them is going to solve it. So I've just created this quick little bit of text. It's really easy. If I copy and paste this in here, I'm also going to be giving away this funnel template down below if you want to download it for free as well. So if you want that, you can grab that. But basically how it's going to work is how to, and this is going to be what the problem is, but how you can solve it without, and then what excuses they have for basically facing it, what they think is going to stop them. And then if possible, we add in a little time reference, okay? So it's actually quite simple once you break it down. This is how we formulate our headlines. Now, success always leaves clues. So the best thing to do is actually look in your product you're an affiliate for and have a look what sort of details are on the sales page. For this example, it's talking about 5 days. So in my time reference, I can put inside here just 5 days. And then let's have a look what else it can do. So what's it doing? Fast track your way to your first client. So it's talking about getting more clients inside of this 5-day challenge, right? And a really helpful tool if you just want to really get some ideas really quickly is come to ChatGPT. And you go inside here and say, I'm creating an affiliate funnel for a 5-day review management challenge I am an affiliate for. Could you help me formulate a headline for it using this framework? And then what I will do is I will just copy and paste what I have here. It's all right, I'll just leave the time there as well. And in some cases too, you can actually drop in the link for the challenge as well to get extremely accurate. So let's just see what ChatGPT comes up with. It's going to probably pump out 1 and then we can ask it to give us 10 more, okay? So that's good. Could you make it shorter and give me 10 variations? Okay, so just play around with it until you find what you're looking for. Oh, this is a great one to start off with. How to get more 5-star reviews without begging customers in just 10 days. Amazing. So this is just a good example. So go ahead and paste that in there. Of course, you'll have to format it a little bit, all right? And basically here is our new headline. Now, if your font looks a little bit strange, by default, it just takes the template that you've chosen. So come to settings on the left, and now we can choose a different font style. So for this one, I'm just gonna choose Railway. I like this one, it looks really nice. So Railway, the color's also kind of strange. So I'm just gonna highlight all of the text and make it black, okay? Like so. And I might even just highlight a few parts inside of it just to make it pop that little bit more, because this is going to be targeted at digital marketing agency owners that are struggling to get new customers based on things like saturation. If you want to learn how to find the right research and find the customers for your right funnels, go check out my free 4-part affiliate training in the description as well. It doesn't cost anything. It'll get you really good ideas. So get more 5-star reviews. And let's just go ahead and choose the green one. All right, it's a little bit light, so I might even make it blue like so. Okay, and then in just 5 days, make it really pop. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. People will look at that and just be like, wow, that's a really good offer. Okay, and now what we want to do is down below, I will put in enter your name and email below to get sent the free training. Okay, really easy. And then below here, we've got form input. So what you want to do here is on the left, you see select a type. What you want to do is click on that and choose first name, because this is where we want them to add in their first name. Below that, we want email. So go ahead and click on the same thing again, click on the form, click on the left, select a type, email. Okay, super easy. And then below that, we've got the button. You can see it looks kind of strange having these really wide parts and then this short part. So I'm going to come down to button width and choose full width. Okay, you can see it looks a little bit better now. Now, if we scroll down a little bit further on the button, you can see we've got subtext. I personally don't want subtext. Or if you did, you could just add in something like get the challenge for free or whatever. Actually, I don't like it, so I'm going to take it off. I'm just going to put get instant access. Now, the weird thing with buttons, it's like, let's just say you want to make it more bold to stand out a little bit better. You know, there's no real option here. What you have to do is click on font type, choose Google Fonts, go ahead and change it to the same font that you were using. So mine's Railway. And then down in font style, you can choose bold, right? So it's kind of annoying, but it's roundabout. So I'm just going to go down. There's border. I don't like this little line down here, so I'm going to get rid of it. So click 0. And then the last thing I'm going to do is give it a little bit of shadow to make it pop. So under shadow, go mid shadow, right? And now this looks pretty attractive. Now you can get quite fiddly with it. You can change the styles a little bit. This has got quite a big margin at the top, so you can click on it, scroll down to margin, maybe change it to 10 so it bunches it up a little bit more. Same with this one, change it to 10. Okay, same with the button, scroll down, change it to maybe 10, so everything's a little bit more bunched. Now below it, you can see this text that I've duplicated and added there. What I'm going to type is you can unsubscribe at any time. I might even put your information is safe. You can unsubscribe at any time. Sometimes people are worried that once they put their email in, they're going to get spammed forever. And there are people that unfortunately take advantage of that. So just be clear that this is not going to be you. For font size, you can see it's quite large. It doesn't need to be that big. So go ahead, highlight your text on the left, font size, just decrease it a bit. Maybe something around 15 looks kind of good, but it's stuck up against that button. So what we can do is click on the text again, come down to margin, all right, and click on this little square. This breaks up each side, and we can just put here 10, and you can see now it's got a nice little gap. So far we're looking pretty good. I might even click on this text, increase it just a little bit. You can also increase the line height on the left. Okay, but that's looking pretty good. I actually want this to be green. So I'm just gonna find a darker green. This one, boom. This looks amazing, right? Now I create my landing pages extremely simple. So if someone comes on the page, they see the heading, you see the call to action, which is enter your name and email, then they see a place to put in their name and email. The more information you put on a page, the more options they have for reading it, maybe getting distracted, or maybe finding reasons not to put in their name and email. So if you make it very compelling, if someone's looking to get more 5-star reviews in just 5 days, they will think to themselves like, I really want to get 5-star reviews. I'm going to have to put in my name and email. It's free. So you want to make the headline compelling enough for them to put it in, but don't give out too much information, because that's when you start losing conversions. Now at the bottom here, this is where we're going to create our footer, okay? Now this is really simple. The first thing I'm gonna do is highlight all of the text, and I'm gonna click on this little transparent looking icon and change it to white. It's gonna disappear, but don't worry, we'll bring it back in a second. So next, if you go up a little bit, you'll see it has this green part called section. I'm gonna click on that. On the left, we've got background color. I'm gonna go ahead, change that to black. So now the text reappears, okay? Super easy. Now I like my padding to be not as big. Maybe I'm gonna go click on the 4, turn it into a 2. That looks a bit better. And now what I'm gonna do is highlight all the text and talk about what my footer is gonna be about. So realistically, what you wanna have is your website. You can also use the copyright symbol if you have a copyright. So to get that, you just type in copyright symbol into Google, okay? And you can just literally copy, what's a good one? This one here, just copy that, okay? And then right click, copy, come back to your editor, paste it in, and just highlight the text and make it white, okay? And then you just put something like all rights reserved, okay? And then you want to use this little pipe, and usually it's, if you hold the shift button, it's just above your enter key, okay? And then I'm going to put in here privacy policy. Okay. Once again, pipe and terms and conditions. Okay. Super easy. I don't know why it's bold, so I'm just going to make it less bold. Now this is huge. It doesn't need to be that big. I'm just going to keep taking down the font size until it's something a little bit less scary. So that looks pretty good. Now what you can do is, as you can see, the page is really small right now. So we need to add in some margin below this text. So I'm going to click on the section here. You can see section is highlighted. On the right, we have margin and padding. I'm actually just going to use padding, I think, and scroll down to right. And what I'm going to do is press 1 before 40. You can see it's made a bit of room. I want a little bit more, so maybe 2. It's getting there. Let's go 3. That's looking pretty good. Maybe 310, maybe 335 makes it the full screen, okay? And obviously this is going to be different sizes for different devices, but realistically, as long as it looks good on your regular laptop that you're looking at right now, it's going to be fine. So we're getting really close. This is looking really good. Now, what I recommend you do, and you should have a privacy policy and terms and conditions in place. If not, go create a page, use ChatGPT. Of course, this is not legal advice, but you should have something in place. And once you've done that, I'll show you a hack to actually save some time. So first of all, I'm going to add in a link. So I'm going to highlight privacy policy. Okay, click on the little link here. And inside here, I'm just going to go / and then I'm going to put privacy policy. Okay, like that, and click on save. Now, the cool thing about not entering in your domain first, if you just use a /, if you change your domain in future for this funnel, it's still going to be connected. If you put in your domain and your domain changes later, it's going to link to the old domain. So always put just a / and then what the URL is of that page. Same thing goes for terms and conditions, or whatever ones you need down here. Okay. / terms and conditions. Okay, like so, really easy. Now you could always add in something like an affiliate disclaimer as well. Whatever you need in your footer is completely up to you. So the next step, what I recommend you do is hover over this footer. Now at the right, you will see this green disk, right? This green save button. Go ahead and click that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this the 5-day footer. Okay, and I'm going to click this, do you want to create a master block, and choose yes. And then go ahead and click create. Now, the reason I'm doing this is every page that has got to do with the 5-day challenge, I'm going to include this footer. And if we make it a master block, let's just say we needed to add in something later, but instead of going into each and every page, you can actually just add it to one of the footers and it's going to update every single page. So this is perfect for footers. If you have headers, it's perfect for headers, things like that. It just saves a ton of time in the long run. So we've got our footer and we've got our footer saved, and you can see we've got a little lightning. This means it's global. If I change it anywhere that it's on, it's going to change everything. Now, the next step before we actually continue is mobile optimizing this page. And we're doing this in steps for a reason. So the first thing to do is at the bottom left, you can see this little phone icon. Click on that. And you can see now everything is all bunched up again. And it's weird that there's actually a template in here, annoying mobile optimization. So at the moment, it's looking kind of squished, doesn't look very attractive. So what we're gonna do is make it look a little bit better. So the first thing I'm gonna do is the footer. And remember, this is global now. So if I change it here, it'll change it everywhere. So we're good. I'm gonna change the footing text to maybe around 12, okay? So it's not too overpowering, it's just a good size. And the padding in the section is a little bit low, so I'm going to change that to 10. Okay, so this is looking a lot better. The next step is my heading is kind of small, right? So I'm going to click on the heading on the left. I'm going to increase the size, and you can see it's now looking really squished, but it's looking kind of good. So we just changed the line height with it, okay, to something that looks quite attractive. So I think that looks pretty good, right? Same thing with the text below it. What I'm going to do is just decrease it a little bit. Actually, just about there's looking pretty good. It's quite bunched up, so I'm going to just add in a little bit of padding. Okay, so I'll come to padding or even margin. It doesn't matter which one, and I'm just going to put maybe 5 and see what it looks like. So actually, that looks pretty good, right? We've got a little more gap there. Now, in these form fields, you can see the text for the placeholder is massive. So what we want to do is click on the first form. Scroll down, text size. What I'm going to choose is maybe the same as that, which was 15. Looks much better, right? Same thing with the email. Scroll down, font size 15, and you can see it's got a little mobile icon. So when you actually flip between them, it's going to now be different sizes, which is pretty cool. And then finally, this button, it's kind of small again, right? And it hasn't got any gap between the form fields. So first thing I'm going to do is margin. I'm just going to increase it by 5. So now the gaps are all even. Looks good. I'm going to increase the padding of the button because it looks a little bit squished. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. And down here you can see padding. Okay, so I'm going to increase the top to 10. Okay, the bottom to 10. And you don't have to worry about left and right because it's a full width. Okay, so this is looking a lot better. And then finally, the text below the button is quite big. So I'm just going to once again break it down to like one line. So maybe around 11 looks pretty good. So now this is actually looking quite attractive. Once again, come to the far left of your page, the section, and you can see here what we can do now is once again go to padding, click on this little square to break it up. And then I'm going to put down here 100. You can see it's bringing it down, maybe even 120, 130, 140, 150 is looking sweet. So I'm going to make it 150. So now here is our squeeze page, right? It looks really good on mobile, looks really good on desktop. So now what I'm going to do is click on the section background. Actually, I'm just going to hover over it so you can click it twice. On the right, you can see this little save button. This time we're going to save it. And I'll show you why this is going to save you so much time when you get to the bridge page. I'm going to call this the 5-day opt-in. Okay, but do not check master block. Make sure you do not check that and click create. Okay. Now the last step before we get out of the opt-in page, first of all, is to check the button is working properly. So click on the button. If it says submit form to the next step, you're in a good spot. The last thing we need to do after that, or if it doesn't, make sure you go to submit form and to the next step, or else it could be doing one of these things. Come to settings. Now, if you scroll down, we have our SEO metadata. So if you shared this link to this page on something like Facebook, it's going to come up with an image and some text and a description. So basically, we just want to fill in those fields. So I'm going to write inside here, the 5-day review challenge is waiting for you. Something like that. Description. If you're looking to expand your business offerings and you want to stand out in the market, join the challenge, something like that, something simple, right? And if you need a background image, the easiest way is I just go ahead and choose something like this, take a quick screenshot, okay? And then inside of the editor, you can just click on this little cloud, okay? So this is going to be where the image is. And I'll just go ahead and drag this in like so, okay? And it just takes a few seconds to upload. Right. Okay, so here it is. So click on it, click on insert, and that is now your background. What? Not the background image, sorry, I put on the wrong one. Social image is what we want. So the image is already there. Click on social image, insert. Okay, so now every time you share this on social media, it's going to have that image. Now, if you want people to be able to find this as it is a lead generation funnel, make sure this hide from search engines is unchecked, because this means now that people can search for this page, and that just means basically more leads for you. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. Go ahead, click on save changes, and that's the first step done. So now let's go to the second step, and this is the bridge page or the thank you page. And this one's really easy to do because we've done the work in the first step. So come now to the second part, right? The thank you page. I'm going to rename this. Oh, sorry, you got to choose a template first. I'll just choose this first one. All right. I'm going to call this the 5-day bridge. Okay. And I'm just going to call this once again, 5-day bridge. Okay. Click off it. We've got some checks. We're good to go. Click on edit page. Okay. And now we're going to edit this. Now, once again, I delete all of the content on here. I don't want it there, like so. Sweet. Come to settings first, and the default font I'm going to choose as Railway again, just to save some time. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Now, here's where the magic happens, okay? So come to blocks. The first one you will see is the last one we saved, all right? So blocks, go under my blocks, 5-day opt-in, boom. We've just taken all of our mobile optimization. We've just taken our colors, our text, everything like that. And we've now put it straight on the page. Now, while we're not going to be using this opt-in form, we can already use the text on this page to just drop in a video and link to our affiliate product, saving tons of time. The same thing also goes for our footer. Go ahead, click on blocks one more time, my master blocks, 5-day footer, click on it, and boom. You can see we've got the footer there. Save time, right? Amazing. So what we want to do now is delete the form because we've already got their lead data, okay? And you can leave the button there if you want. But what we need to do now is come to a video element. Now, I always recommend if you are an affiliate marketer and you want to make more sales, people buy from people. So if you just shoot a 20 to 30 second video saying how this product is going to solve the problem that they're facing and it's getting results for lots of people, honestly, your conversions will go skyrocketing. And this is just a quick script to go through. This, I think, worked out to be about 24 seconds long. I've already actually shot this in another training, but this is all you need. It's incredibly quick and the results just flow after you create something like this. So pause the video, write this down if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and drop in this particular video that I've created for this funnel. So to do that, all you need to do is click on the video element, okay? Come to direct link, go to upload file, okay? And then once again, click on this little cloud. And then what you're gonna do is just drag in your video like so, okay? And it is gonna take a couple of minutes because they are taking the video, they're putting it on their platform, they're hosting it, they're also optimizing it so it's really fast to load. So give it a couple of minutes, make sure you don't click off the page. So I'll just pause the video here, let it load. Okay, so that took about 3 minutes for a 24-second video. So it is going to take a little bit of time, but just persevere with it. Once it's done, click on the video, click on insert. You can see it's just a nice little selfie video, right? And click on this before you move forward as well. Make sure on the left controls is turned on. If you don't do it, people won't be able to play the video. It's a very weird bug that they just haven't fixed. So apart from that, this is looking pretty good. The last thing we really need to do is add in our affiliate link. Okay, so I'm going to click on this button. This time I'm going to click on open URL, and this is where we're going to drop in our affiliate link. So I'm just going to go into my affiliate program dashboard and grab this link right here. Okay, come back to the editor, drop it in here like so. Okay, and we're pretty good to go. The last thing I'm going to do is just style it a little bit. I'm going to make this probably a little bit smaller. And actually this time I'm just going to say, press play to start the video. Okay. And I'm also just going to give it a little bit of margin down below just to break up the gap. Okay. Like so. Oh, not that much. Okay. We're looking pretty good. And that gap up top's pretty big. So I might just bring down the padding at the top like so. And I think we're pretty good to go. We've already subscribed. We don't need that one either. Okay, boom. So this is it. This is actually our affiliate funnel done. So go ahead, click on save, right? And then we can exit. So we've built our funnel. We've built our opt-in page. We've built our bridge video. Once again, this is retelling the person watching this video that they have a problem they're trying to solve. And we're finding this product and saying, basically, this product here is exactly what's going to solve the issue that you're facing. So go and check it out, right? So now we can go ahead and click on exit and let's go ahead and test it out just to make sure everything's working. So click on opt-in, click view funnel step, right? And what we're going to do now is just type in your name. So hello@funnelscene.com, click on get instant access. So we need to make sure everything works perfectly. Boom, review. Just make sure there's no sound. There's the video. 24 seconds long, that's all you need. Click on the button and boom, go straight to the link. Perfect, everything's working amazingly. So we're doing really well. The next step is to actually link your own custom domain to this funnel and also add in your own custom email address so we can create an email campaign. Now, I actually just stopped this video and shot an entire another video about how to set up your own custom domain and custom email. It does take around 10 minutes. It can take longer. So if you're at this point right now, what I recommend you do is pause this video, and below this, I'll link to that other video where you can add in your own custom and email. If you've already got that added, let's continue forward. So what you want to do now is come to funnel settings, go ahead and choose the funnel that you want to use for your affiliate funnel. So I've chosen this one here, No Way 9 to 5. It's just one of my test domains. So now if we have a look, we've got the opt-in here. We've also got the bridge here. Now what I recommend you do to get the most amount of sales from emails is actually copy this link. I'm just going to quickly pull up my text pad. Okay, so I've got my pad here, and what I'm going to do is just quickly paste in this link because we're going to reference this link in our email. We're going to send people from our emails back to this bridge to once again remind them why they've come through the funnel, their problem they're facing, and how we've found the solution. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and now come to emails, come to campaigns, and hopefully you've gone through the custom email and custom domain training that I just quickly created. What I'm going to call this is the 5-day challenge, okay? Like so, 5-day challenge, and the sender email address is this one here that I've added. Click on save. All right, now we're going to go into the actual account. This is the campaign, and we can add multiple emails in here. I don't think there's a limit to how many you can add, so you can literally add a year's worth of emails if you want, but we'll just start with one for this tutorial. Go and click on create. It's going to open a campaign. What we're going to do is put inside of here, all it takes is 5 days to transform your business, okay? And I'm going to choose a visual editor. I'm going to choose the second template, and I'm going to click save. All right. And now this is going to open up the email dashboard. Actually, it's going to go straight into the visual builder, which is great. I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything. I personally don't like the layouts that they have, so I start from scratch. Going to drop in a text module from the left, highlight everything. I'm going to make it 16 because it's far too big. And I'm going to come to the left and left align. Now what I'm going to do in here is just say, hey, I'm going to click on choose a replacement, choose first name. This means it's going to replace the person's name with what they've put in the opt-in form. So it's pretty cool. It makes it personalized. And just say, have you seen the 5-day challenge yet? I might even build a little bit of rapport first. It's crazy out there at the moment. I don't know about you, but it feels like everyone is starting to feel the pinch, and there is an abundance of digital marketing agencies popping up all over the place. But don't worry, I have something that's a game changer. Okay, have you the 5-day review management challenge is absolutely insane. Within 5 days, you can get your first client, plus have a new offering you can offer to all of your existing local businesses. 5 days is all it takes. Go and jump aboard the challenge, and I'll see you on the inside. Phil. Okay, and what we want to do here is just highlight 5-day review management challenge, click on this link, and then we'll bring up our text pad. Okay, copy this here, right, and we will just accidentally dropped off it and paste it in here like so. Okay, so this is actually all done. Super easy. I might even make this bold, make it stand out a bit. Click on save. Okay, and that's done. That first email is fully complete. So let's go ahead and click exit. Once you've clicked saved, make sure your sender name, sender email is right. Click save and publish. It's going to say, when do you want to send it? If it's your first one, all you need to do is just click activate. Okay, click on save. Right, now click exit. And now we're basically done. The last thing we need to do is come back to our sales funnel. Okay, review challenge. Now on the opt-in page, make sure you're on the opt-in page, click on automation rules. Now click add rule, trigger, click on the plus, funnel form steps subscribed. And this is already pre-filled. Action, what we're going to do, subscribe to campaign, and we're going to choose 5-day challenge, click save rule, and boom, we are done. So of course, the next step is to naturally go and test out your entire funnel, make sure everything's working. So to do that, all we need to do is come to, once again, step configuration. We're going to go ahead and view step funnel. Okay, it's going to open up in a new page. And what we're going to do is you can see if I scroll it down, the domain's working perfectly over here. It's all linked, looking very good. Okay. And then what I'm going to do now is go ahead and type in my name, right? My email, like so. Okay. Click on get instant access. Once again, we want this to be going to the bridge page, which it is, and the video can play, which is perfect. Click on the button. It's taking us to the affiliate link. Perfect. Everything is working great there. What I'm going to do right now is just quickly open my email and see if it's actually come through. And boom, it took about 20 seconds and it arrived. And here, of course, is the email. Go ahead, click on the link. Let's make sure that that's going to the bridge once again. Perfect. Everything has worked exactly how it's supposed to. So there you have it. That is building an entire affiliate funnel from scratch. And honestly, it's working so perfectly. So hopefully you've followed through this entire process. Hopefully by now you've got your own affiliate funnel. Once again, if you want my brand new 4-part affiliate training series talking about how to find the right offers, how to create the right funnel, how to actually have the right content inside of it, and then also how you can scale, make sure you get that as well. And if you want this funnel that I've just created, you can also have it for free down below. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got success too. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.